I'm Dr. Aaron Stevens, and I've been tracking the lions of this valley for 20 years. Those were the princes of the River Pride. And their kingdom has just fallen. This is how a dynasty ends. It does not end with ceremony. It ends with tooth and claw and a new, terrible sound in the night. For 3 years, these two brothers lived a charmed life. They were the sons of a king, protected within the fortress of their father's territory. A fortress that has just been breached. We had been monitoring the two new males, brutes from the arid south, for weeks. They were nomadic, scarred, and relentless. Last night, they made their move. They came for the throne. The fight itself was a thing of shadow and sound, a brutal, seismic event we could only track by the roars. The old king, he was magnificent, but he was one. They were two. By dawn, the old regime was finished. As I watched them, they are a portrait of royal disorientation. They have no idea what to do. The new kings will kill any cubs to bring the lionesses back into estrus. And for subadult males like these two brothers, the choice is simple. Flee or be killed. They chose to flee. We found them just after first light, miles from the core territory they've ever known. They are no longer princes. They are exiles, nomads, the lowest rung on the Savannah's ladder. The older brother, we call him Tarek, the strong one. He carries the physical wounds. The younger, Malik, the cunning one. His wounds are less visible. He just keeps looking back, calling for a pride that will no longer answer. As I watch them, they are a portrait of royal disorientation. They have no idea what to do. They have never hunted for themselves. They have never slept outside the warm, chaotic pile of the pride. They have never known a single moment of true hunger. That is about to change. The world that protected them is now the world that will hunt them. Every rival male, every clan of hyenas, every stretch of open ground is now a potential death sentence. Their banishment is complete. The setup is simple. Survive or die. They move only at night, wraiths haunting the margins of territories that are not theirs. By day, they are ghosts, melting into thickets so dense even flies won't follow. They are learning the geography of fear. But hunger is the first true enemy to find them. On the third day of their exile, they are gaunt. On the fourth, they are desperate. I watched them attempt their first hunt. It is a disaster. My field notes are blunt, pathetic. No strategy, no finesse. A small herd of zebra. Tarek, the strong one, simply breaks cover and charges. The herd scatters, flags them from a mile away, and disappears into the dust. They are trying to hunt like a pride, but they are only two. They have spent their lives watching lionesses, masters of the pincer, the ambush, the patient stalk. The brothers, they possess only the final, brutal chapter of the hunt. They have the strength to kill, but not the skill to reach the kill. And so, they starve. On the fifth day, they find a new teacher. A clan of hyenas, 20 strong, flush a warthog from a burrow. The brothers watch from a distance, their ribs an accordion of shadow. They watch the matriarch coordinate the attack, and then they are spotted. The confrontation is immediate. The hyenas, seeing only two young, struggling males, turn on them. This is not a fight for food. It's a territorial expulsion. Tarek roars, a bluff of his old royal self, but the sheer weight of numbers drives them back. They are chased for a mile, tails tucked, their royal dignity dissolving into the dust. This is the crucible, the point where most nomadic males break, wither, and die. They are physically weakening, but more importantly, they are being psychologically broken. They are surrounded by lions who want them dead, and scavengers who mock them. They have no pride, no allies. They have only each other. And it is here, in this absolute pit of failure, that something shifts. I've spent my life studying lion behavior, and I believed I understood their limits. I was wrong. It begins with Malik, the cunning one. While Tarek sleeps, exhausted, Malik watches. He's not just watching prey. He is studying terrain. The relentless flow of water carves these gullies, creating blind corners that hide much from view. He is doing something I have rarely seen a male lion do. He is learning. Tarek, by contrast, is a creature of pure physical instinct. He is the hammer, looking for a nail. Malik is starting to think like a strategist. What follows is the forging of a new weapon, born not of dynasty, but of sheer, desperate intelligence. It happens on the 7th day, near a dry riverbed. A solitary buffalo bull, too old, too scarred to keep up with the herd. It is the most dangerous quarry on the continent. For 2 starving sub-adults, it is suicide. Tarek sees a challenge. He tenses, preparing for another failed charge. But Malik stops him. A low growl, a shift of his head. And then he does the impossible. He leaves his brother. He circles. A wide, patient 20-minute loop, using the ravine for cover. Tarek remains the visible threat, the anchor. The buffalo knows he's there. He faces Tarek, horns lowered. A classic stalemate. But the buffalo has made a fatal error. He's accounted for the lion he can see. Not the one he can't. Now. Malik bursts from the ravine behind the bull. He is not attacking. He is flushing. He is using terror as a tool. The bull, panicked, spills away from this new threat and runs directly at the one waiting in ambush. Tarek doesn't charge, he intercepts. He meets 1,000 pounds of charging fury with the full force of his royal blood. The impact is tectonic. Malik is there a second later, not at the head, but at the rear, hamstringing, pulling the bull off balance. It is chaotic. It is brutal. It is magnificent. It takes 30 minutes, but the bull falls. I am witnessing the birth of a strategy, a lethal, cooperative, 2-part system. Tarek is the brute force. He is the anchor and the executioner. Malik is the intellect. He is the flank, the driver, the blade that turns the prey. They have stopped hunting like lions. They have started hunting like a wolf pack. They eat for 2 days. They sleep side by side in the open. The hyenas come, but this time they do not circle. They smell the blood. They see the size of the kill. And they see 2 new, different animals. The exiles are gone. This is not a partnership. This is not a brotherhood. This is a coalition. And they are no longer just surviving. They are practicing. For 2 years, they perfected the art of the 2-man kill. They are 5 years old now. The gaunt, terrified princes are a distant memory. In their place stand 2 scarred, 450-pound tyrants. They are no longer hunting buffalo. They are hunting for a crown. We've tracked them moving north, back towards the rich territories of the river valley. Not their old pride. They are moving on the adjacent territory, the Usuro Marsh. It is held by a single, aging, magnificent male. He has held his land for 6 years, a lifetime for a king. He has no idea what is coming for him. This is the culmination of their exile, the final exam. All that energy, all that hunger, it's all being focused to this one, Island Point. They do not challenge him. They don't roar at the boundary. They don't posture. They use the same strategy that felled the buffalo. They cross the border at 3 a.m., silent as smoke. Malik, the cunning one, finds the old king's trail. He leaves Tarek and circles, using the marsh wind to cover his scent. The attack is an inevitability. The king, disoriented, runs from the noise and collides with Tarek. It is not a fight. It is an assassination. Their 2-part system, forged in starvation, is now deployed for conquest. By sunrise, it is over. I stand by the vehicle, listening to the new sound of the valley. It is the sound of Tarek and Malik roaring together. It is the sound of a kingdom changing hands. This is the brutal, circular, and perfect logic of the Savannah. The very trauma that cast them out, the violence, the loss, the starvation, is precisely what gave them the tools to conquer. The crucible didn't just make them strong. It made them smart. But this new dynasty, it begins, as it must, with a price. A few hours later, we see them moving through the Pride Lands. They are not seeking the lionesses. They are hunting. They are hunting the cubs. This is the part of the saga that is hardest to watch. This is infanticide, the biological imperative. They will erase the bloodline of the king they just killed to secure their own. The exiles have become the usurpers. The circle closes. This is not cruelty. It is not malice. It is the cold, hard currency of genetic survival. This, too, is the price of a kingdom. The two brothers, forged in the dark, now stand in the sun. Their reign has begun. Watching Tarek and Malik complete this circle is a privilege. It's a raw, brutal, and honest look at the real engine of nature. But this entire ecosystem, this endless epic, is fragile. The territories these lions fight and die for are shrinking every single year. The work of the Lion Valley Research Institute is what keeps this arena safe. We don't just observe. We protect the boundaries. We fight poaching. To support the rangers who patrol this land, or to get my private field notes on this new coalition, join our program at the link below. Become part of the mission. Help us keep the saga going.